What is up, everybody? It's your boy Brandon. I just got off work. So, growing up, I'm in my 20s right now, and during this time period, I have friends that are also in their 20s, and people that know people that are in their 20s and below, but it seems as if a lot of people don't know how to do, I would say, basic life skills. So I'm making this video to help you guys, share some tips that I think will be beneficial for everyone, no matter your age, whether you're 16, 18, 30, 40, if you don't know how to do these things yet, maybe this will help you. There comes a time in every person's life where you get kicked out of the nest, right? Some people at 18, some people 16, some people 40. Well, to each his own. But either way, once you get out on your own, you should know that you have to eat food. Yes, do we all agree on that? All right. Well, with that being said, you should know how to cook at least one meal, your one go-to meal. Now, it doesn't have to be something extravagant. It doesn't have to be something like my favorite, chicken parmesan. This could be breakfast. Like literally, you can, if you like eggs, you can boil eggs, right? Peel them, and they could be in the refrigerator for like 5 days, like a week in the fridge. So you have your breakfast Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, if you want to boil eggs like every day. So that's just like a quick thing. But there's Pinterest ideas. There's YouTubers that cook, and I know it takes a lot of effort, but that's just something that we're all gonna have to do. So that way you won't have to go out to eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Let's put this into perspective right quick. You're working a job, right? You live on your own. And if you pay $10 for lunch and $10 for dinner, that's $20. If you work 5 days a week and go home on the weekend to your parents' house, let's say, that's 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. There's 4 weeks normally in a month, correct? There's 4 weeks in a month. So that would be $400 just on going out to eat, all right? Now you can save that. If you cooked at least one meal at home, you won't spend that much money. Now, with these things that I want to share with you, I'm not going to go into full detail, like how to do it and blah, blah, but I just want to let you know and be aware of the certain things that you can look into to being the best adult that you can, so that way when you're out on your own, you won't fall into situations that with certain people that I know that they're on their own and they're like, I don't know what to do. I'm so confused, right? So that's what I'm here for, is just to highlight these things that you should be aware of that you can do. Next, have you ever been driving down the street and you see somebody on the side of the road and they're waiting on somebody to change their tire? Well, I don't want you to be that person. So one of the things that you need to know how to do is change the tire. This is not just a guy's thing to do. A lot of women think, well, I don't want to have to change the tire because that's what guys are there for. Not necessarily, ladies. I encourage you to be confident, to learn and know how to change a tire on your own, because there may be a situation where it may be late at night, you may be heading to work, but there comes a situation where you're going to have to know how to change a tire just in case, or you might be riding with a friend and your phone might be dead, and it might be late at night and you don't want just anybody pulling over to you on the side of the road, or you may not have AAA to call. But I'll be leaving videos below, just basic videos on things that is very important to know how to change a tire. So if you end up in a situation where a tire pops, you know how to put your spare on, so you don't have to worry about either A, waiting on someone to come and put a tire on for you, or B, if you have to pay for a service like AAA, which I do suggest. AAA is really good. What they do is they'll come out to where you are. They can, if you run out of gas on the side of the road, they'll fill your tank up. They'll tow your car to a location. They'll change the tire for you. If you end up in a situation where you're stuck in an ice storm, they can get you out. But even if you don't have a membership to AAA, they can still help you out. So, but anyways, knowing how to change a tire will save you. All right. Okay, guys. So you finally are ready to buy that car, but then you get there and they're saying, sorry, you don't have any credit, or do you have a cosigner? And you're just kind of like, I thought this was going to be easy squeezy. Well, that's where credit comes into play. Everything just about on this earth, it'd be nice if we could pay everything in cash, right? That we wouldn't have to borrow money or to put things on finances or get loans and things. But apparently that's how our society works, that they want to see how well you're able to manage money and pay things back on time. So it is important for you to build credit even at a young age. If you're 16 years old, talk to your parent about this. When I was 16, I had a startup credit card. Basically, you save up money. I think some of them have a minimum amount of $500. You put $500 on this card and you're able to build credit. And basically, when you buy something with this card, you pay it back that amount every month. Now, if you cannot make that full amount back, you try to pay at least more than the minimum amount due, because then interest starts piling up, which basically means you owe more than you originally spent. Okay, so building your credit, that will help you get an apartment, that'll help you buy a house, that'll help you buy a car, that'll help you apply for a loan if you need money, that'll help you, even jobs, they ask about your credit because they want to know that you're responsible. Okay, so I will leave links below for credit cards, or even your local bank. If your parents have, like a credit union account, you could talk to them about maybe they could be your cosign or something. Or if you do a startup credit card on your own where they have a minimum amount of like $500, you put in $500. It's basically you're spending your own money basically, and you pay it back and you build credit. Okay, so building credit is important. Also, I'm gonna end it with saving. Okay, so with every check, you should, it's a good idea possibly, okay, to put aside like $10. If you don't got $10, $5. It'd be cool to put aside $20 and put into your savings account every paycheck. Why is that? Well, you may run into an emergency where you may need that money. Where, let's say for example, I don't know, that tire situation, you didn't know how to change a tire, your tire popped, you got to buy a new tire. Well, where does this emergency money going to come from? You've been saving about $10 like at every check, and normally you wouldn't touch it unless it's an emergency. Okay, but yes, just baby savings. Just a little bit of savings out of every check will be very beneficial for you. And another one about cars, car upkeep. Okay, so you'll notice that it says oil change. You may need an oil change at X amount of miles or a certain date if you don't reach those amount of miles. That is very important. That's the longevity of your vehicle. It helps everything run. It helps the mechanics of your vehicle stay lubricated and help it work and do things of that nature. So it's highly important that you make sure that your oil get changed properly. You have transmission fluid in your vehicle, and you have you're just making sure, because you don't want to have car issues down the line. It's kind of like just maintaining anything, the upkeep of it over time. Some people I know, they think that all you got to do is put gas in a car and you just go, and it's just going to take care of itself. But that's not the case, guys. So with that being said, those are just a few things that I think every young person should know how to do. I will leave links below just showing you these things if you're not familiar with it. So that way this video won't be like an hour long. But I just want to share that with you guys. So many people make videos about like materialistic things. You're either an adult now or you're going to be an adult. And these are just things that you should know how to do to help yourself, because you ain't going to have mommy and daddy all the time. And in some people's case, you ain't going to have your grandparents all the time. You're going to be on your own. Okay? So this is very beneficial. I hope this was very helpful to you. If you want to see like a part 2 talking about other tips, I could totally do it. Just leave a thumbs up and a comment below, and I would really appreciate that, you guys. Okay? I think that is all I have for now. Just want to share that, and other videos coming soon. Peace!